Hi. I love that little 3, 2, 1 countdown for Facebook Lives. Anyway, my name is Jen Vasquez, and I am here in Women Who Execute. And today we're going to talk about how to drive more traffic to your website from social media. So I've got a few tips here that we'll go over. I'm going to wait for a couple minutes or a couple seconds, I should say, because I know that people were going to be getting on, and it does take Facebook a little bit to notify everyone when the Facebook Live goes live. So every time I'm like waiting for someone's Facebook Live, I hit open and open and open, and then it takes some time, so it never starts right away. So we'll take just a second. When you get in here, if you could go ahead and say hi, that would be great. And let's get started. So I have a few tips for you, and these tips all eventually lead to more traffic to your website. And more traffic to your website means that could be more customers for you. It's important that we drive people to our website instead of, other locations, because otherwise we don't sort of own them. Hi, Tanya. How are you? I hope you're having a good evening. Tanya's from Canada. Yay! Okay, so tip number 1, link to your website. I know that there's a Linktree, which is really popular, and it's kind of cool because you have one link that's sort of branded, and you can put several links on it. But I really advise people to have a page on their website that has all the links that they might be talking about or featuring on your Instagram, as an example. And that way, when people come to your website, they're at your website and you've captured them. So Linktree is great. I love Linktree, but I've now since gone the other way and are driving people to my website with all the various links that I talk about in Instagram or my other social media to be able to drive people to my website, because I own my website. A scary thought, but one that everyone should think about, is Facebook could go away tomorrow and we don't own any of the content on it. So anytime you do these Facebook Lives or anything like that, you want to save them and upload them to YouTube, or save them on Dropbox so that you have that content, so that you own that content. Better yet, upload it to your website so people can access it. The tip number 2 would be follows. A lot of people talk to me about this, and for a while there, everyone was doing follow for follows. So anybody that would follow, as an example, on Instagram, people would then follow them back. To be nice. They don't want to be rude, and they want to keep the conversation going. Unfortunately, people do that as a way of getting higher followers and higher numbers, and you don't know when they unfollow you. It's not real clear anymore unless you go to who your followers are and see if they're following you by looking into who you're following. And it takes a lot of time, energy, and effort. So my advice is to follow people that inspire you, that motivate you, that your ideal client would follow, or your clients. Follow those people. You want to invest in people that are going to give you great ideas and motivate you and get you going, but you don't want to just follow everyone that follows you to be nice. I just broke that habit a couple months ago, and it still makes me sick. Every time someone follows me, I instantly want to follow back because I feel like it's the nice thing to do. But I'm trying to be really true and genuine with my follows, and I've noticed that I've grown more because of it. So if you haven't tried it, I advise you to just give it a go. Hello, Laura. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great evening. The third tip is to be genuine. And this sounds super silly, but it's really, really a good idea. When you are genuine, when you share something about yourself, or you share something about your day, or you share something about your business, and you're genuine and very sincere in what you're saying or what you're giving to others, people follow you for that. People want to hear more from you because everyone has that little sort of meter in their head that tells them when someone's genuine or salesy, and people don't like salesy folks. So you want to be thoughtful about how you post sales. You definitely want to post sales because you want to sell your product or your services, but you want to give way more, probably 4 or 5 times more than you post about an actual sale. So be genuine is 3rd. The 4th tip is to share yourself. If you look at your insights on Instagram or anywhere else that you get your social media from, Twitter, Facebook, etc., and you look at the posts that get the most engagement, and for those who don't know, engagement is likes or comments or following. That's the engagement that happens around that post. And if you look at all of those, chances are the #1 or the pictures that rank high in the top 5 of all your posts for that month or even that year are going to be pictures of yourself or pictures of your family or something where you shared your fears or your thoughts and you were, again, super genuine, but, pictures and sharing about why you do what you do in your business, that always ranks highest. So my recommendation on that is to at least post an intro type post with a video or a picture of yourself, if you can bear it, every 9 posts or so that when people are scrolling through it, they see you somewhere in that post. The 5th tip is one of my favorites, and it's a giveaway. So if you have, for your email marketing, for instance, oftentimes you will have something that you give away to get their email in return. I have a free guide of my favorite social media tools that help save time in my business. And when you offer to give something away, that's when people are going to most likely click on the link to go to your website because they're getting something for free. And everyone loves things for free. So even if it's not for your email list, but you have some juicy content, like maybe you write a blog post and it has 10 tips on whatever it is, 10 tips for the best makeup or the best foundation or the best dog walking techniques, whatever your tips are, give 2 or 3 of them in Instagram and have them click the link in your bio, which goes to your website, to get all 10 tips. And people are more likely to click on that website. Number 6 is stay true to media. And this sounds silly, but I've noticed that it makes a huge difference. Instagram, as an example, has the ability to link to Twitter and Facebook, a couple of places. And when you do that, it will link you, it'll send a link in Twitter, but not the picture that you posted. So, and it says Instagram on that link. So it's basically taking people from Twitter, outside of Twitter, to Instagram. And people who are Twitter people don't necessarily want to go to Instagram. And they don't see the pretty picture, which can catch their eye to read the content that you have put together for that post. So I'll post on Instagram, and then I'll go to Twitter and I'll post the picture and the copy that I have in Instagram. And then I will go over to my Facebook page, and not my Facebook private group, but my Facebook page, sometimes both. And I will post the picture and the content, and in my page, I will post it to be posted tomorrow. Because in Facebook groups, you can post on a schedule in the future. Now, chances are I could post on all 3 social media sites, and the chance that everyone on every social media site is going to see that post is little to none, even if they follow you on all 3. Because of the algorithms, I don't know, 4% of people see your posts if it's just a regular post. Of course, if it's a video, it's much higher. But so don't be afraid to post them on all three social media sites, but definitely post within that social media. That is more successful than that sharing ability from Instagram, as an example. And the last tip is to be really specific in your bio. So in your bio in Instagram, as an example, have your website address. In the title, have your email address so people can send an email quickly without having to click on that link to your website if they don't want to, but they have a question. And hashtag, if you have of your hashtag, like for me, hashtag women who execute. So you definitely want to make sure that your bio in your Instagram tells straight up in their face exactly what you sell. A lot of people, and I got this tip from Jasmine Star, my favorite, but a lot of people will post things like wife to Stephen and mom to Sarah and little Johnny and our dog Toto and life surfer, strawberry eater, etc., which is super cute, but I wouldn't know exactly what they sell. And 9 times out of 10 on their feeds, we might not know what they sell from all of their posts either. So if you're selling a service or you're selling a product, you want to be very specific about who you're posting for. That is a really big tip, and it's real helpful. And if it's something that they're looking for, they'll click on that link to go to your website. Again, all 7 of these tips, the number 1, link to the website. Number 2, you don't have to follow people who follow you. Number 3, to be genuine. Number 4 is to share yourself. Number 5 is to offer a giveaway. Number 6 is to stay true to the media that you're in. And number 7 is to make sure you have detail in your bio. And if you follow all 7 of these tips, then your traffic to your website from these social media sites are going to be much more robust. I hope that you have a great day. And in that vein, I do have a giveaway of my free tools that help me to save time with all of my social media work. And so if you want to get that, definitely go to my website, womenwhoexecute.com. I hope that you have a lovely evening, and thank you for coming to listen, and I hope you learned a little bit. Bye.